I personally came from nothing, and I want to tell you how I changed all of that. Hey, this is Anthony Trucks, founder of Trust Your Hustle, author of the book Trust Your Hustle, A Life Forged by Fire. And today I want to talk to you about how I came from nothing and how you can honestly come from your own version of nothing to be something. In my life, I grew up through a lot of different trials and tribulations. I was in foster care. I had a lot of abuse happen and starvation and torture. I wish it stopped there. I had a lot of issues throughout life. If you ever want to know about it, go to my website. On my website, I have a video that tells the whole story. Not always a fun one for me to share, but it's necessary because it helps people. But I went from all that to be able to do amazing things in my life. I consult for $1 billion company. I travel the world and speak. I've owned a business that honestly grew from nothing in a horrible economy. And it was something where I just loved doing it, but there was a kind of a process I applied, like a tactic, and it's something that you can apply, and I want you to apply to your life. Here's what it is. Get everybody else out of your way and stop the negative story you have in your head. What I mean by that is there's gonna be a lot of people that come into your way and they tell you a lot of things about what you can't do, how you can't do that, because honestly, they couldn't do it, so they don't think you can do it, and they start bogging you down. They start making whatever their story in their head is come into your head, and it starts making you really believe the things they're saying. The truth of it is, any successful people who have gone through craziness and gone to success have had the same things happen. And honestly, it's not just verbally, it's the world showing them, taking things from them. People lose family members, people, lose whole parts of their life. They lose limbs. I mean, you lose things in your life. And that sometimes gets turned into your brain telling your story of, not supposed to have that, I can't. You gotta shut that story out because in your head, you wanna go after something, but that can only take place when you change this story. What I mean by change the story is you have ingrained in your brain right at this very moment, amazing negative stories. Now these stories you tell yourself are these excuses as to why you can't do something, and they are elaborate. They are very elaborate, and you know it. There's some stories in your head that you keep playing over and over, and you may not even realize you're playing them. But what happens is that story is telling you, I'm not smart enough, I'm not strong enough, I don't have enough experience to do this thing. Now that person told me I couldn't do it, so they must be right. All these stories that start to play out in your head, those pulled you away from being able to change and go to the next level. For me, when I was a kid, I got to a point where I was tired of hearing everybody else tell me what I couldn't do. It drove me crazy. On top of that, I believed it. So the story in my head was, I can't do it. I'm not gonna be able to. And it wasn't until I got to this point of, I'm done feeling like this. I don't wanna feel like this anymore. I wanna feel like I'm small. I don't wanna feel like I'm unworthy. I don't wanna feel like I can't do something. So what I did is I said, I'm done. I'm not gonna let anybody tell me what I can and can't do. And I got to that point where I pushed past. So for you, same thing can take place. You must sit back and say, you are tired of feeling this way. You are tired of getting told you can't do something. You are tired of having someone show you that you're incapable, because really it's just them saying something, because really it's no one's definitive scale of what you can or can't do. But when you change that story in your head and start realizing, hey, you can do this, it changes everything for your life. You will see that you get to the point of what my whole company is you learn to trust your hustle. Because you have this amazing drive in you when you start it, when you turn on, you roll, and the only thing stopping it is your story in your head. The story you tell yourself that you're not able, but guess what? I'm telling you now, you're smart enough. Everything in this world that was created was made by people no smarter than you. Everybody knows this. You are strong enough. When you dig deep, you will always be strong enough to do the things you want to do. You will find the experience by just doing. You won't always have experience of success. Realize that. You're going to have experience of failure. That experience will drive you. You probably had some to date, but you got to look back at that experience and say you are still capable. You are bigger than your failures. When you get past that, you'll find that there's nothing that'll stop you. The only thing stopping you is a story you keep telling yourself about why you don't have whatever you want right now. That's the one thing in your way. So step back today and start writing down things you keep telling yourself as to why you don't have something. When you can remove that from your life, you will find that all doors open up because you will walk through them openly with your chest up, your head held high, and move. When you get to that point, your life will be amazing. So that's how I moved from honestly nothing to being something, to doing something great in my life, to standing in front of this camera right now and sharing this speech and story with you, because honestly, I shouldn't be here statistically. I just shouldn't. But I'm here and I love doing what I do. It's because I changed the story in my head about what I could and could not do. make sure to share this video because it's a good one. People can learn a lot from this. Also, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. I share videos every single night on there called my Nightly 90. It's amazing. I have a lot of fun doing it. I get a lot of feedback from people like yourself. And I kind of just make up a whole bunch of different topics. And I love doing it and sharing ideas. Also, make sure to go to my website. On my website, I share some amazing things only via email. So make sure you subscribe to my newsletter there. I give you some really cool free gifts. Every Friday, I also send out what is called my Friday recap. And I have a really personal message that I never share with anybody else in the world but the people on my newsletter. So make sure to go there and subscribe to it. Thank you again for watching this video. And as always, remember, you can trust your hustle to live an unexpected life.